The British government has published a bill that seeks authorisation from Parliament to trigger Article 50 to formally start the Brexit process. Prime Minister Theresa May's spokesman says the bill will be published at 12:30 GMT on Thursday. Parliament is scheduled to start debating the bill on Tuesday. I'm joined by TRT-World's Sarah Morice. So, Sarah, British MP have just been told they have just 5 days to debate the Brexit bill in Parliament. How has that gone down?
Well, not very well, I have to say. Obviously, as you say, the bill's now been introduced into Parliament, but there'll be no further debate on that bill today. But over the next 2 weeks, MPs will get, as you say, just 5 days to debate this legislation. Now, a lot of people are calling this a scandal, particularly the opposition MPs, who say it's a disgrace that arguably the most important legislation to pass through the Parliament in a generation is being given such little debate. The government is fighting back, though, saying, look, really, it's a very short bill, just 2 clauses. There is no need for any more debate than is being offered. Of course, there'll be a lot of pushback on that, though, over the next couple of days. And even though there'll be 5 days over the next 2 weeks for the MPs to debate this, it then leaves the House of Commons, which is the lower house here in the UK, and goes to the Lords, which is the upper house or the Senate. It may be known as in other countries. There'll be more debate, more amending the bill, and then it comes back to the House of Commons, and then it may be finally voted on and passed into legislation and made law. So there's still a little way to go on this whole procedure. However, the Parliament and particularly the government are very convinced that they can get through all this procedural mess, if you like, and have it all done in time to meet their deadline of triggering Article 50 completely by the end of March.
Theresa May will become the first foreign leader to meet the new US president on Thursday. She has pledged to rekindle the special relationship between the UK and the US while she's in the States. So how is that being received?
Well, with a little bit of anger, I have to say, here in the UK, there's a big concern, particularly again amongst opposition MPs, that the Prime Minister is going to the US rather, primarily to do a trade deal, and that she will perhaps forget many of the other things she needs to address with the President. Now, we know she's going there to shore up or hopefully do the groundwork for a free trade agreement with the US that she will need once the UK has left the European Union. And if she can secure that, then it gives her a pretty good negotiating hand heading into those negotiations with the EU. Now, there is a concern that because she'll be so focused on getting that free trade agreement, she may not address issues such as Donald Trump's comments on torture, his comments about women, or perhaps his comments about NATO. And for some Europeans, or particularly for the lot here in the UK, that's just not good enough. They want her to stand up to Donald Trump. And we know she's going to meet with senior Republicans later today on Thursday. And we know on Friday she'll meet face-to-face with Donald Trump. We've seen some of the leaked speech where she seems to sort of run along the lines of saying things like, look, we're both countries that are in the midst of rebuilding our confidence and we can go forward together.
Thanks for that, Sarah Morice, live from London.